Greetings, party people. If you have owned any sort of vehicle that has a plastic spur gear, I'm confident that at some point you've damaged your spur gear. In this video, we'll talk a little bit about best practices and what not to do in the event that you have an issue with your spur gear. Now, as we dive into this, I feel that I've already proven one of the worst things, if not the worst thing you can do if you strip a spur gear
is to replace it with a metal spur gear.
Now, if anyone vehemently disagrees with this, you can contact me at weonthatjam@gmail.com. And I say this because I can provide you with an open forum to where we can discuss each of our assessments. Because you know the easiest thing in the world to do is to simply say, well, I don't have any problem with the metal gear. And that's that. For those who keep an open mind, however, let me explain this to you. So you can see here where this is being referenced on that whack-ass form. And I read the comments with some interest. Specifically, you see this guy here, he steps up to the plate and pretty much, speaks what I feel are facts. But then he gets the usual rhetoric. This one in particular, though, my initial thinking was, okay, well, let's see your shit then. It's really easy for people to go, I do this and I do that. But if we never see it, or worse yet, if we see it, okay. That's my opinion anyway. Shit, already? Am I missing something? Yeah, right.
But guess what?
That's a whole nother story. Anyways, this is the comment that actually caught my eye. Specifically, set mesh properly and don't land on throttle. This is actually one of those close but no cigar. Allow me
To elaborate.
As I can see, he's performed some analysis for sure. He's definitely headed in the right direction, but he's still incorrect, at least in my experience. You see, I too used to think that for the HPI Savage anyway, the one scenario that you were guaranteed to damage your spur gear was to land on throttle. Why did I think that? Because it happened to me. So I thought. You see, assumption is just that. So I went out to recreate landing on throttle and what it does to the Savage spur gear. I jumped and I landed on throttle, and sure than shit, the spur gear went out. But understand, this is where
True
analysis
kicks in.
So here's where I'll hook you up with some gold. Just because I'm damaging spur gears landing on throttle doesn't mean landing on throttle will damage spur gears. You already know I had to then land
Off throttle.
So I landed off throttle, guess what? Spur gear, gone. I landed off throttle a second time. Goodbye. I then decided to blip the brake just before landing to stop the inertia.
Carnage.
Back to the hobby shop. So I learned that whether you land on throttle, neutral, or brake, the spur gear can go either on or very shortly after you land, as in within milliseconds.
But why?
Well. That's why. I'm here. I'll tell you. I'll look it up for you. They miss something really, for real, important. They miss something really important. This is why I warn people about these fakesters who freely throw out information that, once again, they know very little about. That spur gear, it's not stripped, it's melted. And there's a
Big difference.
with respect to what's causing it. So how do I know this?
It's because I learned.
And now I'm going to help you learn. So let's think through this. If, as an example, there's a change in inertia, i.e. landing on throttle of a spur gear's RPM, it becomes stripped. Wouldn't the teeth be evenly stripped? In other words, sometimes maybe all the teeth are missing, sometimes only like a quarter inch is missing, etc. But the constant is there's an even amount that are, well,
They're stripped.
this as compared with melting teeth. Melting teeth is you'll have essentially sections of teeth that are missing, as is the case with this spur gear. Trust me, people. I have stripped, I have melted, I have stripped. I know of what I speak. That spur gear is melted. So, how does this translate to landing on throttle? It doesn't. But it does have to do with landing. I'll save everyone from the gory details in this video simply because it's well documented in past videos. But the net is, in this instance, the vehicle was
Tweaked.
and the clutch bell was rubbing on the brake disc anytime it landed due to the chassis flex. I proved this out. So my point here is this poor soul is going to go out and get himself a steel gear, spend some money, and all that's going to happen is the problem with his vehicle is going to pass on to another part, and his vehicle is going to run like shit. Let's just hope that he doesn't jump on the mic and start evangelizing the steel spur gear, how it fixed all his problems, effectively allowing this cycle to continue. Next. Forgive me, background noise, we're having another tornado. We're having a tornado. One of those whack, groovy tornadoes. Fooky, wooky, silly tornadoes. But I have absolutely nothing whatsoever against metal spur gears. In fact, I just looked and I run metal spur gears in all but 2 vehicles, with the Savage being one of them, even though I do have a metal spur gear for the Savage. So this is not an indictment on metal spur gears at all. They definitely have their place. Instead, it's an indictment on those who make false statements, such as,
I ain't ever had no problems with steel spur gears. You get your Robinson Racings. Let me give you an example. About a decade ago, I was running tall gearing. Couldn't tune my engine to save my life. That just means I didn't get one of my perfect tunes. You see, my worst tune is perfect compared to everybody else's best tune. I went down one tooth. Just one tooth. Well, I'll explain it like this. People that saw my tune after that, they started crying. They couldn't believe what a perfect tune it was.
So, we discussed what not to do in the event that you strip or damage your spur gear, and that is immediately switch over to a metal one. But what should you do? Well, it's a difficult question to answer because there are many variables that come into play. However, one of the things that I would definitely suggest, and I've created a few videos on this where you can actually see real-time troubleshooting, is to first think, what has changed since the last time you drove it? It's very rare that you're going to take a vehicle out of the box or, run it for the first time and it strips its gear. I've never heard of it, but not saying it can't happen. Usually it's a result of doing something to your vehicle. Here's the key. You have to keep an open mind. In other words, if somebody tells you, all you need is X, Y, and Z, and everybody is evangelizing X, Y, and Z, you put X, Y, and Z on, and then suddenly you strip your gear. Don't rule out that it's X, Y, and Z that caused it. Seriously, even if X, Y, Z, in this example, is a set of tires or a body, spare things can cause issues. So once you've realized what has changed, begin from there. But I can't stress enough the importance of keeping an open mind. Don't think to yourself, well, because I think we now know. They'll tell you your gear is stripped, when instead it's melted. Whether it's full